Hello, YouTube. This is 51 Napa, and this is my very first Let's Play. So, if you notice anything odd about my Let's Play, remember what I said. This is my first one. And hopefully, after this, you will understand what game I'm going to do my first LP on. So yes, as you can tell in the next scene, my first LP will be on the Haunted Mansion. Excuse me. This game came out in 2003, so it's as old as the movie, but of course younger than the ride. And I'm going to be starting a new game. And I'm going to be setting it to easy. And I'm sorry for the long intro. There are 2 cutscenes that are pretty lengthy, but I'll do the best I can. So, everyone, suit up, and let's enter the old house.
As a lifelong author, I have often drawn inspiration for the more chilling of my tales from my own experiences as a young man living in Louisiana after the Civil War. Oh, but the story of Zeke, that I have not dared tell before now. In October of 1879, Zeke was unmarried and ever the dreamer. Years spent in orphanages had taught him nothing if not self-reliance. But the endless struggle to find employment increasingly took him beyond the outskirts of New Orleans itself, even into the surrounding unfamiliar countryside. So it was that on this particular cold and dreary afternoon, he found himself at a rather remote and mournful estate, inquiring about the position of assistant caretaker.
He certainly looks like a nice young man.
Young beggar, more likely by the looks of him.
Aye, beggar or not, we ain't in no position to be choosy.
Do you think he's ready for something like this?
See how he holds up under fire soon enough, I reckon.
Enough already. Let us introduce ourselves.
Ah!
Aye, that's gonna leave a mark. Hurry now, she will be expecting you.
We'll run into those 6 ghosts eventually.
He's
I hope he's feeling better.
I told you he'd be on his feet again in no time. Come, we have done our part for now. She is on her way.
awakened now from troubled sleep. You find yourself
dark and foreboding place, and we are now Thorn's prisoners, locked within it. But our hope lies with you, Zeke. We need your help to defeat this evil and to rescue our ghostly friends. An ancient artifact will aid us in this effort, a sacred lantern known as the Beacon of Souls. It is a source of light and power and can be used to battle any evil forces we encounter. Unfortunately, Thorn will also be using his dark magic to try and stop us. He'll be creating magical barriers throughout the mansion and twisting the very rooms themselves until we can turn on the lights and undo his spells. While not all of our foes fear the light, it will weaken the lesser evil spirits and force them into hiding. Once found, these shriveled souls can be chased from their hiding places and drawn into the beacon. Here, the soul's corruption will slowly be reversed, returning them to their good and former selves. As the good power of these souls increases in the beacon, their energy will enable us to break down the magical barriers that Thorn has erected. Then, we may gain access to more areas of the mansion. But there is more I have to tell. The primary source of the beacon's power lies in the 6 sacred gems that adorn it. They are called soul gems. Now, to keep them out of Thorn's hands, I had my ghostly friends hide 5 of them somewhere in the mansion. And the beacon still has 1 soul gem in place. This allows it to function, but very weakly. So we must find the other 5 to restore its power completely. I'm sorry if you find this confusing, Zeke, but I'm afraid we have little time and much to do. I'll ride along in your satchels, so hold it open and I'll just roll. Wait, you don't need to. Fingerprints! Watch the fingerprints! The light switch is over there. Use the activate button on the switch to light up the room.
A couple things I want to do before I get started. The way that the intro to this worked, it sounded a little like some of my college professors, where they won't stop talking. No offense to any of my teachers, but that's kind of how it sounded, just droning on. Like in some universities, that's how it is. But whatever. Also, this is my first LP. I'm not using those recorders that you can, I guess, plug into the TV. I'm using a handheld camera, but my picture looks okay. So yeah, if you hear any outside noises like motorcycles, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the first room. This is like the tutorial, just explaining how everything works. I'm gonna say before Madame Leota does, the bottom left is the beacon, so the 0 means how many souls I have. I have none. The black number, 15, how many I need. Top left, that's me. I have 5 lives, and my gauge, my bravery meter is at full. The bottom right, tarot cards, 10, I collect an extra life. And the 3 people I wanted to give credit to who helped me inspire to create this LP. The Great Clement J462, Chunk Boy, and PewDiePie, for specific reasons. 1, Clement, you make a lot of great LPs, especially the Sonic games, so you've made me want to create this. Chunk Boy, your Kane's Mind made me want to do this. I was going to do Zeke's Mind. I might fuse those together. And Mr. PewDiePie, you play a lot of horror games, and this is kind of a horror game, so kudos to you for helping me out. So, the gameplay, as you can tell, moving the analog stick, I'll tiptoe. Moving forward, I'll run. X is to jump. Square, I will show you what that does eventually. Circle, I can't do it yet, but that's to suck up all the souls into the beacon. R1, this is I call this the pistol, this white gem. Because it's like pistol shooting. L1 I can lock onto enemies, and you'll see it in a sec. But the gameplay is like third-person shooter and puzzle play. I have to solve puzzles to fix the rooms and also blast a bunch of enemies out of sight. So that's what I wanted to get out of the way first.
Uh-oh! Fight off these evil spirits with a rapid shot by pressing the fire button. To attack a specific enemy, hold down the lock-on button.
Alright, so 2 shots, they're down. Now you see that I got scared a little bit. That's because you have a certain amount of bravery, so this will temporarily replenish your bravery. And apparently it gets rid of tongue warts, ear twitching, navel, lint, cowardice, and other ailments. So apparently this also has some pharmaceutical benefits? I don't know. Must taste good too. Oh boy. Awesome, they're done. Now, I don't know if anyone saw this, but there's a portrait over here. Here it is. Anytime you see something like this, I hit square. Oh, square is to interact with objects. So this portrait's pulsing. I hit square. A Mumbo doll. It gives me a permanent bravery boost, unlike the tonic. Alright, now, I don't know how electricity is used through this house, or it's like... Oh, real quick, the game actually glitched here. This is the barrier that Leota was talking about, this weird purple thing. I can't open the door because of that gem thing that's on it, but once I collect all the evil spirits, then I'll be able to break that barrier. So, let's turn on these lights. What she means is my meter, my bravery meter, which is up in the left. You see how it grew out a little bit? With lights on, the bravery meter gets bigger. Anytime I go into a dark room in this game, the bravery meter will shrink down, showing how afraid I am.
The light's on. Find shriveled souls by searching objects. Then, pull them into the beacon by holding down the soul collector button. You can find out how many shriveled souls are still hiding in a room by looking at the soul counter down on the lower left.
And that's what I was explaining a little earlier. Alright, let's see here. These are the shriveled souls that you have to find throughout this game. And
to pull more than one shriveled soul at a time into the beacon, tap the soul collector button once for each soul before holding it down.
So yeah, the circle button is to suck up all these souls into your beacon. And here's that tarot card I was telling you about. Well, it's called fortune cards, but I call them tarot cards. If I can collect 10 of these, I gain an extra life. And sometimes if I a little bit away from a shriveled soul, if I suck them in, they actually start screaming. I have always found that hilarious. And here's where we started. Can't have too many fortune cards.
Congratulations! You found part of an old death certificate. Collect all the pieces and take them to the proper friendly ghost to earn a reward. That's it. Once you've collected all the shriveled souls from a room, you're ready to explore more of the mansion. Press activate to open the door.
Oh hey, here's a ghost. One thing I like about the game is if you complete a room, these ghosts show up, and if you interact with them with the same button you search objects with, I'll just show you real quick.
Oh no, he's coming. I should have listened to the madam. But shh, shh, be quiet, or he will hear us. Hide before the worms. The worms. Oh no, he's coming. I should have listened to the madam. But it's too late now. Much too late for all of us.
I'm guessing that might have been Matt and Leota's assistant. I don't know. That guy, he's paranoid. Oh, here's another one.
Goodness gracious. I ain't never seen a storm like this. Oh. Nothing good can come of it. This storm just seems to linger. Ain't natural. It's as if the very clouds have been drawn like a curtain to hide this place from the sight of all that's good.
Okay, I'll take your advice. Best move on. Here's the barrier. Pwned. Oh, lovely. Alright, YouTube, I am going to end part 1 at that grandfather clock across the room, and I will see you all in part 2.
This will save you time later. Activate the grandfather clocks you find throughout the mansion to save your game progress.